What's going on, guys? We are here in June. We're just over here checking out our wheat harvest. Looks like it's got about, our yield's going to be good, but it looks like we still got about 2 more months to go before we can harvest. Um, but a lot has changed. As you can see, the money has been almost cut in half. It is obviously not because we bought this field that I was talking about, though. We have, well, one, yes, we did get this. But that was this was a splurge. Now, some other things that have changed. We did do some expanding on the farm. I had mentioned my idea of filling in that one flat field we had beside the farmyard to expand onto, and we have done just that. Um, Now, with all the contractors, uh, let's see, with all the contractors, I can't even see. Paying the contractors and the permits and stuff, um, buildings, trees, fencing, we have ended up with quite the setup here. So we do have our new shelter for anything really big, obviously. Um, we got a new garage. We got a new hay shelter here also. So we don't have to make so many trips with the trailer now. We've got a seed silo, a solid fertilizer silo, and a liquid fertilizer silo, which has come in handy. Another thing we bought, finally got a truck in the sale pages, which is good because we spent a bunch of money on the other stuff. Now, that does leave us an open shed over there, which I'm not sure what we'll use that for yet, but it is June. That means it is time for us to turn in our soybean harvest. Now, this year we planted soybeans on the large field and the small field over behind our house here, and on the other two fields we have, we went all oat on those. So yeah, I didn't buy that field even though I was really contemplating it. I just decided, you know what, let's go ahead and get our expansion in here. Go ahead and get some more shelters on the property and make sure we're all set up for the new equipment we will eventually be buying. Now, one thing for sure, we're definitely going to need a new big tractor soon. And with the plans I have for the fields, we may even need a new seeder soon. Now, like I said, I did want that field really bad, but at the same time, with the equipment we have right now, it already takes a while to do the two like medium-sized fields that we have. So I just decided I wasn't even going to try. I may try to buy it later on in this series. But yeah, we just need bigger equipment before we tackle a field like that. It'll take half a month to actually sit there and try to plant on that field for us with everything we have going for us right now. And I'm paying a lot in maintenance uh, on our big tractor right now. So just need to probably focus more on equipment. We also have we also have to look at the fact that I am going to need a new vehicle soon, and the old lady will eventually need a new vehicle soon, so we want to make sure we have money for non-farming things as well. But yeah, we're going to get some pretty decent money from this. I would say our only thing to look forward to is whatever money we do make. I mean, we're kind of going to spend most of it here soon. See what we can top off with here. We get over 9. Hey, we did it. So yeah, I mean, on the bright side, we do now have our semi. We will eventually need, for the expanding I want to do, eventually we'll need 2 big tractors. Well, at least 1 new, really large tractor, because if we get any bigger of a seeder, we're going to need a bigger tractor. I've been looking at like seed hops, which would probably work better for that field there, and with the shape of the new fields that I'm thinking, might end up needing. I think the Seed Hawk is the biggest one you can get on base game. Alright, so we'll put that down. Now in this garage right now, I don't have anything besides the fertilizer spreader, which needs to be washed, but this will be good storage for if we get some new tractors or anything like that. I'm still gonna keep this yard, obviously, because we don't know what kind of equipment we'll be getting. But yeah, we've got some pretty good growth going on here, and like I said, I'm gonna try and not spend all the money. As a matter of fact, let me get the phone out and check the sales pages. Yeah, see nothing really. Oh, there's a farm truck in there. Not really my style, though. We do have a huge cultivator that we would need way more horsepower to pull. So another reason I was saying maybe wait around and get that. Now the one bad part about not buying that field is right now it's got oats on it, which is my favorite. Obviously, it does have oats on it, which would be a crazy amount of money. And also, just the amount of bales and stuff we would get from that, that's what's kind of driving me crazy. It's kind of tit for tat, like I really need new equipment, but I also am really interested in this amount of oats. So that would be, right now, that's kind of what I'm fighting with. We're eventually going to need a new combine because ours has got a lot of hours on it. We need a big tractor. We're going to eventually need an auger wagon so we don't have to keep pulling the semi into the field. Well, keep pulling. We haven't done it yet, but we are going to have to get an auger wagon so we don't have to do that. But yeah, so we've got a lot going on here. And it's kind of one of the things where I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do next. So the goal right now is, after doing that, I'm going to hang out with the family a little bit today. It's Saturday, so I'm going to hang out, let the kids play outside while it's a pretty summer day. And then later on today, I'll probably get some maintenance done on some of the equipment. And yeah, I feel like this is a good spot to let you guys go, and I'll probably see you in most likely August for our oat harvest. And let's see here, our wheat will be ready in August as well, I think. So no, our oat will be ready next month and the wheat ready in August. So yep, we'll be tackling all of that. Hello guys, I spent all my money. But no, for real, I spent all of my money on a brand new New Holland quad track tractor. It's got almost 700 horsepower, and we have us a new Hallmaster grain cart. also on tracks. This was a impulse buy. I saw it on the dealership floor. They had just got both of them in. They're starting to get better equipment there, and I actually walked in to look at maybe upgrading one of uh, one of our tractors, and yeah, I have to get this back to the farm because Andrew is currently running our harvester for us. He was bored today. Excuse me. So yeah, he wanted to run that, and I need to get this back to the farm, and I guess we're going to put it right to use. Like I said, this was probably a impulse buy. I'm probably going to regret this, but I kind of, you know what? I kind of feel like we needed it. We might not have needed it, we might have wanted it, but we have it now, and we're going to get it back to the farm and go ahead and put it to good use. Uh, Now, this does do. I did clear this with the old lady. I called her. I told her how much everything was. I told her how much would be left in our bank account, and she said to her, $274,000 still sounded like a lot of money. And I could have argued that we run a really big farm and have bills to pay and stuff like that. But once she said it sounded like a good idea, I swiped the card. So yeah, we are no longer close to being a millionaire. We hit it once, we lost it automatically. We hit it again, spent all that, and now we are back close to not having any money if you look at bills and stuff. But I said we needed to upgrade some equipment, and we have done that now. These are two things that we should not have to replace for a very long time, I'm hoping. Excuse me. So I'm going to get this over the bridge, get the cover wound off, and hopefully Andrew is ready to empty. What's going on, guys? This harvest is going pretty good so far. The yield is decent, and we are about 2/3 of the way done. Well, almost all the way. We got about 2 more runs on this first oat field here. Just gonna get him empty really quick. Yeah, we got. Who is hitting the signs? Andrew, did you hit the sign? God, every time there's a sign down on this farm, they blame me. I'm just gonna put this over here. High water, where? I don't even know where that sign came from. Jeez. But anyways, yeah, this new setup, I like it. I like it a lot. It's it's nice not having the semi out here. Oh, come on, Andrew. You see? Oh boy, we're about to have a mess here. You saw me there, dude. God, I can't believe I got that on tape. I got that on video. He's gonna owe me some money for that. I just bought. Hey, man. I just bought the daggone thing. What are you doing? You saw me just buy it. No, I'm not moving. You saw me just buy that tractor. You saw me. Don't do it again. You're messing with me. I swear this guy, dude. Got me out here doing 2 jobs. He gets to be in the nice, big seat, comfy combine. And I've got to chase him down with the auger wagon and bale everything. You'd think he'd be more considerate. Sheesh. He's lucky he taught me everything I knew about farming. Giving me a hard time. But yeah, we're going to finish up these 2 fields, and I'll see you guys after. so we can get these bales picked up and all that good stuff. We got to get these bales picked up and put in the new hay shed, which will also be nice. We're going to use a bunch of new stuff today. Oh, let's see if I can not tear this one up. There we go. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is the baler is kind of, well, I've got one stuck. Okay, there we go. The baler's kind of making this weird clanking noise. I did all my maintenance on it beforehand like I was supposed to, but this isn't. I bought this baler with a lot of hours on it in the first place, and now there's a popping noise. I don't know what that is. Um, so yeah, we're hoping we can get through this. Well, I've got to make it through this baling all this stuff, and I've got to bale that wheat field next month. So this thing's gonna have to hold on for dear life if it can. All right, guys, we have got the grain cart full now. We are going to empty it. It's working out. I'm juggling back and forth. Like I kind of have some, excuse me, Jesus. I kind of have some buyer's remorse for the tractor right now. I guess just because it depleted the bank account so much, but I'm trying to talk myself out of it. Like it is something. If we didn't need it now, we were gonna need it in like maybe 6 months or so. Because if we had bought that field, then we would have needed that would have also diminished our bank account a lot, and then we wouldn't have had money to get a different tractor with both of ours having so many hours on them. So I think we're good. I think my emotions will get in check. I'm just having a hissy fit moment right now, I think. But yeah, this has worked out pretty good. Like I'm pretty like I said, I'm kind of having some buyer's remorse on the tractor part of it, but at the same time, I'm like, it'll be okay, Gage. It's something you needed. Um, this is going to be a long series. We need to just go ahead and make sure we are getting what we need when it's available. Now, if I open the store in 2 months and this same tractor's in there for half off, then I'm going to be like very upset. But it is what it is. So we're almost done harvesting this field here. I've got to get the bales picked up and put in the hay shed. Andrew is going to take off as soon as he's done harvesting this. He's got to be somewhere at 11 o'clock today, so he's cutting it kind of close anyways. But I appreciate his help with the harvest today. So yeah, I'm going to get all this stuff finished up, tell him bye, and then I will bring you guys back in after I get this hay put up, most likely. What's going on, guys? This has been an extremely long harvest. The tractor trailer is full. The auger wagon is a little over half full. There's a massive amount of bales to pick up, and I have to clean and put away all of the equipment and get the grain in the silo and pick up all these bales. It's going to be a long rest of the day. I might need at some point to invest in a bigger bale trailer, I believe. But yeah, I'm gonna get all this stuff picked up, and everything put away, and then we will have a chat about planting this year, I believe. What's up, guys? We finished cleaning up everything from our wheat there. I'm just checking out the bales here. We ended up with 25 this year, which is a little bit more than what we usually end up with. Just a tiny bit more, but eventually that will expand greatly. Now, I did come over here while the contractors are on lunch to see how they were doing, and they've gotten quite a bit done. They've got two shelters tore down and hauled away, which we got paid for the lumber and the metal. They did get our workshop moved yesterday and painted, so that took a great feat digging the hole and everything like that, I'm sure. Now, our plan that me and the wife have spoke of is getting a new house. This one was here when we bought the farm. It's old. It's probably haunted. We hear a bunch of noises. But yeah. So let me go into construction mode here. So yeah, we would like to sell our house eventually. Either sell it, tear it down, something, and we would love a new non-haunted house right here with possibly the same garage moved. And then our hope is to get some trees taken out and sold and maybe expand this field down into here. At least to about right here, maybe. This will take a lot of soil to do, obviously, but that is fine. We're not going to freak out about it right now. Obviously, this is not a 3-month plan, hopefully. It's going to take a little bit of time. But for right now, we are working on getting things moved over to the new barnyard, old farmyard, whatever you want to call it. This shelter, we do not know if it is staying or going yet. The silos are a different story. We still don't quite know if they will be moved as well or if we'll get different silos. I like them here, and I think she likes them here, so they might stay. And I would love to keep this shelter just in case. But yeah, that's kind of the plan, anyways. Now we do have something else to tend to today. I had a call from a guy who owns a farm down the road here about 4 miles, and he drives by every once in a while, and he is interested in both of my tractors. So, yes, I do have them both put on the trailer. This trailer is amazing. I don't want to ever hear anyone talk trash about this trailer because it is working right now. But yeah, we're going to take both of these over to his home, let him assess them, see how much he'll give us for them, and then hopefully that gives us enough money for a newer tractor with enough horsepower to obviously pull the baler and maybe even the seeder. Hopefully, I would say. If not, that's fine. The 4-track can pull the seeder just fine. Excuse me. So yeah, we're going to do that now, and if I have any luck, I will get back with you guys. And yes, we still need to determine what our planting schedule is going to be. I would love to, you're going to think it's kind of crazy right now. I would love to just plant soybeans, but obviously I need the bales for the bale barn and everything like that. I'm thinking, let me help you guys out here. Now I'm thinking merge this field, obviously, with this field this year, preferably. And I would love to just plant the oats on this field and maybe even this field as well. Does not leave me a lot of space for soybeans, except for my field over here and the small field by the house, which is why I would also say I'm not quite sure if I want to do it that way. If I was just wheat, oat pays more, wheat gives you more. So that is where I get kind of stuck. But I am thinking definitely something on this large field here. My other plan is possibly uh, this field, the small field, and the field on the other side, planting those with the oat this year and obviously merging these two fields to create our soybean field, which will not be huge yields, but until we are able to purchase that large field, we just are going to do the best we can. But yeah, I'm going to run down the road, take these two tractors to get assessed, and we're going to see what kind of deal we can make. All right, guys. I think we were successful. We traded in two extremely weathered vehicles that needed painting extremely bad for an almost brand new New Holland medium-sized tractor. This thing has got 310 horsepower. It has got the wheel weights on it. We traded both those tractors and only paid a little bit of cash. So this is success in my book. We just need to... One thing I do want to hear is... Yeah, it's got them weird horns on top, but that's fine. This thing has enough horsepower to pull our seeder and the baler. So I feel like we worked that out pretty good on our end. I guess we'll park it in here. We'll park that bad boy in here. Now, what we have to do next, luckily, we're not planting anything until March. We plant our oats in March, and then we plant our soybeans in April, obviously. We'll be turning in our wheat and oat harvest and bales this winter to have some pocket change, pretty much, because we're spending a lot of money on construction right now. And yeah, then the soybeans, when we turn those in June, we'll see what's happening with any land around here. The guy did mention, let me go turn the truck off real quick. Let me let me do this real quick. The guy I traded tractors with, he was mentioning he's got a field over here that's like extremely out of the way, and he was wondering if I was interested. I need to look on the map at it. Yeah, field 47. I don't think I'm that interested in that right there, mostly because one, you have to drive all the way around right here. Yeah, he wants 146. He's got it listed for almost $147,000. I don't know. I'd have to go look at that field. That's pretty much my whole bank account. That's actually probably a good idea since we got so much time left in the day. We'll run up the road and look at that field. But yeah, he was saying it's so far away from his farm, he's pretty much just wasting a massive amount of diesel getting to it. He's got to put his harvester on the trailer, pull that over here with the semi, and then pull a tractor and trailer over here as well. Let's see. I drove this because I want to be able to like get to it easier. Let's see. We can go up this way. There's a fence. Okay, so we can't do that. I think I can get across the railroad tracks. That might be easier. Let's go over here. There's a little driving lane. Is the train coming? No. Okay, let's see if we can bump across here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, see, the hard part would be getting to it. But man, look what's on it. Ah, God. Yeah, he owns the big field too. He's just talking about selling this one right now. That's freaking soybeans, dude. Ah, man. This is why he asked me, because he knows how I am about freaking soybeans. I wonder how much. I wonder if all the land here. Because. What? Oh, the baseball field. Let's look again. That's a lot of land. Like. But the field would have to remain pretty much the same shape. Yeah, see. Now, what I'm thinking is if I did want this, if I did want it, obviously. I mean, I kind of really, really, really do want it right now, but it's a small field. Hmm. Actually, here's an idea. Follow me here. If I did end up saving the money to buy this field, right? These get harvested in October. I got a month to make some decent money. I could put a little shed right here, right? Yeah. And then I wouldn't have to drive back and forth. I could just put a little shed right there, get the smallest, like itty bitty cedar, a cultivator. Yeah, I might be able to swing this. That noise is probably going to get on my nerves for the most part. But yeah, if I could just put a shed either over here or over there, I could maintain this field. Hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into this more. I'm going to have to do it quickly though because, yeah, because like I said, these soybeans are going to be ready to harvest in about 2 months, so I definitely want to keep an eye on it. I'm glad he told me about that though. He knows I'm interested in that bigger field though. I think that's what the problem is. I'll definitely keep an eye on that. Hey, look, train's coming. Sweet. I mean, that would be the cool part about working and then seeing the train here. Oh, 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 yeah, I would definitely have to find a different setup for that. Alright, guys, why don't we get back to the farm, see what else the old lady's got going on today, and I will see you guys probably next month. Good morning, everyone. Just finished my coffee. Got to get to making some money this morning. By the way, welcome to our new home. It took almost every dollar we had, but we are almost officially done with our remodeling here on the farm. Just to give you an idea, got us a nice modern house now, 2-car garage. Got the landscaping done nice. We did end up closing in where our extra land is. Right now it's just a mound of dirt pretty much. They've been delivering dirt now for a month straight trying to get enough in here. I've informed them that I want a pretty much a solid flat surface here to make a medium-sized field on. We're going to put drainage rock on the hillside here whenever it is done. We're doing this a little bit at a time just because how expensive it's going to be. Obviously, without doing realism here, terraforming is extremely expensive and I play on console, so I cannot get free terraforming mods. But hey, that's not what today is about. Today is about making money, so that's what we are about to go work on. Oh, and another thing. Since we are short this small field right now until all this is done, look at this massive thing I've created. All plowed out, all 3 of them fields combined. And that's going to be a large profit off whichever crop we put there. So that will help in the profit margin for a little bit. Now today we do have a lot to turn in. We have our bales, obviously, and we also have a lot of wheat and a trailer of oats. So we will have to get to it today. I am going to start with the bales this morning, just because they are going to the biogas plant. So it will be a little bit easier to get those done. We've already got our first load here, so we will get ready to take these off. Oh, hold on. I didn't quite get enough there, huh? Operating position. I'll figure this out eventually. Still trying to work out how to use this. Let's see here. Not enough space to place all objects, huh? Okay, no problem. We've got a full load now, though. I'm trying to work it out. Yeah, that takes a little bit of time getting used to on that end, but I will get there. But like I said, we're definitely going to get some decent money for all the bales that we have collected during the harvest. We've got about 2 and maybe a piece of a load. Yeah, this project right here is going to take some time, so I'm not even that, I'm really not even that bothered by it. If I can't get the land right there, then all I'll do is go in there and create a nice forest pretty much. I'm not that worried about the field space because we can just buy another field pretty much. I did not end up buying the land that Michael Hammond was offering just because I figured I'd save that money for the construction, and I'm glad I did because I would be absolutely broke right now. So about almost 40,000 for one load of those. So we'll go back and get us another one. I'll probably go ahead and run these back and forth really fast, and then I'll bring you guys in for the big ticket items like the grain. Alright guys, we've got a trailer full of wheat first. We did make about within the vicinity of 100,000 off of the bales, so that is a good payday from those 2 fields. I'm thinking if we plant the oat on that large field I have created this year, then we'll have about that same amount. So that's not too bad, I'm thinking. We are going to see how much. I know oat or wheat doesn't really pay that much, but we do have quite a bit of it, so let's hope that somehow accumulates, you know? Let's see what we get from that first hopper. 32,000, yeah, not that much. I really just planted that wheat to have something on that field in the first place, and I really wanted the bales from it. So if we start just doing oat, we probably won't. I'm not thinking we're going to run wheat again anyways, but it was, like I said, it was something to do. And wheat does, if you're going to plant like an absolutely massive amount of wheat, then you'll probably be fine. But like I said, I don't have a bunch of large fields to do so with, and you could probably run like a production with it if you wanted to, like make wheat flour or plant wheat and a couple of other different crops like corn and oat, and have a greenhouse for strawberries, and you can start like you can run a cereal factory if you wanted to make decent money. So You can always do that. I probably won't run it again on my fields just because I'm mostly focusing on field work for this series. And back to realism. Alright guys, so that's about 130,000 off of a trailer full of wheat for us. Not too good in my books, so I will not be running wheat again, most likely, but it was something to do, so I'm not going to complain if I can help it. I think what I will do here, though, I think the best bet is to go ahead and finish getting the wheat in the first two hoppers if I can fit it that way. There's 15, and then this middle one. I'm hoping the rest of the wheat fits in this middle one. I think it's just over. Yeah. Oh well. Alright, so now we can put oat in this one. So that works out pretty good. We'll come back and get the rest of the oat after this delivery right here. Let's pull out this way this time. There we go. So yeah, not too much profit off the wheat as it stands, but it was something to have on that field and get bales off of. It does pay more than the barley we did. If I do ever have to do wheat again, then it would probably be just because I wanted something to sell right off the bat, like as soon as I'm harvesting it. Alright, let's go ahead and get the rest of our stuff delivered here. We'll do the 2 wheat bins first, obviously. And the price between the wheat and the oat in the back hopper is going to be significantly different, obviously. But that is fine. Like I said, it's money. Either way you look at it, it is money. I would love to I think maybe in the grand scheme of things, if you think about crops that you would plant, I think usually your top 3 are going to be profit-wise: soybeans, oats, and sunflowers. I would say the only problem really with sunflowers is they just don't yield that good. And yeah, so pretty much what we got for both of those hoppers of wheat, we got way more in that one hopper of the oats. So we'll go back one more time and get the rest of the oat. There's not that much left, but it will be enough to, I think, get us closer to the 500,000 mark. Like I said, luckily we had all them bales to kind of get that extra 100,000 that we would need to have a great profit this year. One thing I have been thinking about is it might be in my best interest, since I do have the guys delivering liquid fertilizer to me and I have that huge wingspan on that fertilizer spreader, it might be a good idea for me to start doing some fertilizer contracts as well, just for some extra cash. I don't know yet, but I definitely would like to make some extra cash if possible. With the way the farm is expanding, I'm hoping I don't really have to spend any of the money we're making off of this besides our bills here on the compound. But definitely thinking oat in that largest field for this year. And like I said, once we get our soybean harvest turned in, we'll have even more money to play around with. So I'm not really in, considering where our bank account was like 2 years ago and even last year, like in that $1 million realm, a little over, a little under. That is what we're going to be reaching for, mm, preferably by the end of next year again. I don't think we'll, even with the soybeans that we have in the combine this year, I don't think we're going to make it to that, but any profit we make this year is pretty good. We've got some really good equipment, so I think we're going to do pretty good this year. And like I said, as soon as we get to June and we can turn it into soybeans, that's even more money in our pocket. So all we really need to worry about is maintaining our equipment we have now and hopefully not having anything big come up in the store where we're like, oh man, we really need that. But this should put us up to 500,000 luckily. So that's a decent bank account to have going into the off season, I would say. And now we get to spend pretty much the next 3 months, the rest of December, January, and February, we get to spend it with our family. So we get to enjoy Christmas, New Year, and we will we'll be kicking it, guys. I mean, I think we've done a pretty good job for ourselves this past year. We've gotten a lot done on the farm here, development wise. We've gotten some pretty sweet equipment. So I will be seeing you guys most likely in March when we start planting our oat. Uh, yeah, probably March. I'm going to go in here and drink some coffee and watch TV with the family and hopefully not have anything to deal with for a while. Good morning, guys. Welcome to October and welcome to the soybean harvest this year. Just a couple of developments since you guys have been away. The F-250 did, well, let's just say I don't know how to say it without getting demonetized. Uh, yeah, so the F-250 is no longer on the farm. We were driving we drove it with the flatbed trailer that we usually use for bales to go sell the trailer. And when we were pulling into our destination, the transmission decided it would rather, I guess, be on the ground instead of in the truck. So that was a debacle. Luckily, the old lady was at the house with her car, so she could come get me. And the guy I was selling the trailer to told me, "Hey, man, I'll buy the truck and everything just how it is with the transmission that's on the ground right now." So I did end up getting about 22,000 for all of it together. So that's nice. We are rocking the soybean harvest today with just the auger wagon because the semi and trailer are at the shop getting worked on. Had to get some maintenance done on those that I could not do here. So yeah, those are getting worked on today. We got a good amount of money from our soybean harvest last year. We spent about half of that on the terraforming the soil, or the soil and dirt and everything for our field we're working on the other side of the farm. And our oat harvest went extremely well this year. We ended up with 95,000 liters of oats and about 69 bales. So that's right up there with the most amount of bales we've had in one of our oat harvests so far. So that's going to be a good payday in December. Now, some things I have been looking at. I'm not sure about equipment because it seems like we've got our farm in pretty good tip-top shape so far. Now, one thing I will have to do this year, since I sold the Load King trailer and the truck, I'll be having to rent a semi-trailer to haul the bales on, and most likely a wheel loader. But that's fine. Renting isn't that bad for one of those trailers, so I'll probably be renting that trailer. And yeah, we're hoping between the bales and the oat in December, we're making some pretty decent money. I would love to maybe next year revisit buying this field here. And I'm thinking a good direction for our farm to go in is merging these two fields into a extremely large one like that over there, and then possibly saving up our money again to purchase the large field in front of the Feeding Grain South over there. I'm going to put a worker on this so we can go over there and take a look at it. But yeah, let me go ahead and switch this to a worker, and we'll run over there. The soybean harvest is decent this year, about 95% in some spots. A little bit lower in others just because I did retire from rolling the fields, which is, I don't know if that's something I'll pick back up in a couple of years or not. It does save a lot of time and a lot of wear and tear on their equipment. Now, over here in this field I am speaking of right now, let's see what we've got. He's got wheat growing in it. Ugh. It definitely needs fertilizing. That's for sure. Now, if we go look at this field, it is $680,544. Oh wait, is that the right field? That is the wrong field. Here it is. All right. So, anyways, this one's even more. It's 772,488, which is a lot. And then this one is still around 614,280 right now. That one, I'm a little bit too far away from that one farm-wise, I would like to say. That one's way over there. So, yeah, we're looking at possibly in the next few years buying that one and this one. I would love to be able to buy this one just because I would love to have the wheat to sell right away. Obviously, it's right there where I would sell it, and then I would have all the bales. Now, considering we will not be having that many bales next year. That is where the problem would come in. Since I did decide to plant canola on our large field, mainly for the purpose of the income from it, obviously. But yeah, I'm waiting on the shop to call back and tell me the semi and trailer already. I'm gonna need to hop in the tractor with the auger wagon here in a minute to help unload the combine. So I will get back with you guys most likely in December when we are turning in our oat and our bales.